If you haven't guessed based upon where I'm sitting, this week's episode is going to be all about my outdoor area. We're gonna get it spruced up and looking all pretty for summer. So I'm gonna take you guys along as we do a little mini makeover. Of course, we're gonna be doing some paint because apparently that's my new thing, starting with my front door. And then we're gonna move into some decor and some florals and just getting everything looking alive and bright. So I'm excited for you guys to come along with me. I'm gonna let you see like my outdoor areas. I did some landscaping recently. I'm definitely living in my little English garden era, and I've been working on my vegetable garden. I'm so excited to share that with you guys because it is the cutest spot. I don't know who I am because normally I'm not this like super outdoorsy girl, but as I've gotten older, I love to garden. I love flowers and I love being outside. I have not even shared the outside of my house with anybody, even on Instagram. So you guys are getting a first look of my outdoor area. We've done a lot here since we built. We actually built at the end of 2019. It was December. So we've come a long way and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So make sure to like and subscribe and leave me any comments. So the black that I used originally was Sherwin-Williams Caviar, and I do love the black, don't get me wrong, but I just want to add a little bit more color. Plus, as you can see, like some of the paint is just coming off, so it needs to be redone anyways. So what better time to change out the color than now? By the way, if you're wondering if these are real, they are not. I am allergic to bees, so I do not need bees around my front door. So I opted to go faux with these, which I'm gonna link for you in the description of this video because these look so real. So you wanna start by just wiping down the door. I am not even gonna give this a sanding or anything. After all the pollen has left, there's like pollen everywhere. So I like to give it, just wash it down real quick with a little bit of dish soap on a rag before you start painting. This color is by Sherwin-Williams and it's called Roycroft Bottle Green. I wanted to do a green out here just because I told you, like I'm kind of like in my English garden era right now. Look how pretty that is. It's kinda an emerald color. You want to give it a good stir. My favorite part is the stirring of it because that really brings out all the colors and you really get a good idea. Because it's funny, so if you look at it right here, doesn't that look like a little bit more green? And then as you mix it up, it's definitely looking more emerald. I've told you guys before, if you're looking for paint tips, don't come to me because I just feel like I'm terrible at painting. Somehow it turns out well. All right, here goes nothing. Oh man. Okay. This is green. The funny thing about me is that I am like, I don't really test any colors out. I just kind of go for it. If I was doing it for somebody else, I would spend hours upon hours testing colors, but when it comes to myself, I just kind of wing it and go for it. Okay, so taking a step back, and it's very pretty. It was going on a little bit lighter, but then once it's drying, it's looking darker, which is more the emerald color that I wanted. So first coat is done. I need to let it dry and then scrape the glass, obviously, because I made a mess. It's hard to tell the color in this light, but I love it a lot. This is probably one of my favorite spaces on our property. I just did this year. I really wanted to do a little garden, but make it super manageable. My parents are probably laughing if they're watching this because if they remember me as a child, I hated gardening. My dad used to make us go out and do weeds, and I used to just seriously pitch a fit every time we went out there. So for me to have this right now is kind of full circle. So this fencing is actually from Lowe's Home Improvement. Very affordable. I did a lot of research and looked at different options for something that would keep the animals out. It has like the bars closer together so no animals can get in. And then it also has, you know, the pointy stakes up top, so hopefully it keeps animals out. And so far we've had no issues with it, but it also has this cute little gate, which I love. It totally gave me the whole English garden look, which is definitely what I'm going for. I know I mentioned that before when I showed you the color of the door. But let's go inside here and take a closer look. So these garden beds are from Best Choice Products. They're available on Amazon, so I will link those for you guys too. These are 8x4x2. I opted for just 4 of these because I didn't want to go too crazy, especially with my first take on a garden myself. But I love that they have a ton of different color options, and these were very easy to put together. Like, me and my husband put these together in an afternoon, and then we just brought them down here. But I love the look of these. The beige, of course. You guys know I love neutral colors, so I just thought that that added a little something to this space. And then the arbors also are from Best Choice Products. So I actually planted my cucumbers, and it's going to trail over this arbor. I just think this is wild. Look at this. So I came down here the other day, and they have started already wrapping around the arbor itself, and it's just gonna like trail and climb up here. Isn't that just gonna look so magical? I'm just so proud of this little space. These are, I want to say they're, let's look, Better Boy tomatoes. So I planted 2 of those. And then of course I have basil over here because those pair really well when you plant tomatoes. And then let's see, this is a tomatillo, which has grown really quickly. I loved, you can make salsa verde with that. And then also I make hominy soup with it, which is really good. And then those are Better Bush tomatoes, so I did 2 of those. And then over here are the jalapenos, and look, I have one growing. It's like the little things in life, I'm telling you. And then these are gonna be the sweet banana peppers. I do plan on pickling these. These are all like the bell peppers. So this is the yellow bell peppers, and you can already see they're starting to flower, which those will all be peppers. And then these are the Cajun bell peppers. I've actually never had these before, but they say they're spicy, and I love anything spicy, but those are growing the best. You see how many I have there? Oh, these are the red ones, and I have one growing. And then those are just, oh yeah, those are the green ones. And then I did plant Star of Jasmine because they are trailing, and I think it's gonna be so pretty up against this black fencing. These smell delicious, and they have the prettiest flowers. I just love these. And then over on the side here, I just sprinkled a ton of wildflower seeds just so that they can add some color and height to the side. So I can't wait to see how these look. I'll show you this seed packet so that you can see what's going to be growing, but I cannot believe how quickly these things have sprouted. So these are the flower packets that I got, just the seeds. So this is like a wildflower mixture. Those are low growing, and then the zinnias are taller, but look at the pretty colors. And then I got this hummingbird mix. So all of those will be growing soon and adding some color to the space. So I'm out here getting to water, but I did plant these 3 rose bushes yesterday, which I think are going to be so pretty. They have the prettiest white flowers, and those are going to get like 2 to 3 feet tall. So it's going to be able to block this little area. And then I did add a few more plants because I have an obsession right now. I got this pot from Lowe's a couple of years ago, and it's supposed to lay on its side like that. It actually reminds me of one from Pottery Barn, but way more affordable. I'll see if they still have it. If so, I'll link it in the description. But I put some of that mossy thyme in there, which is trailing, so that eventually will just like trail out. And then I've got the Russian sage right next to that. I just love the color of this. And it's some lavender so that it will hide the gutter. Here we have some rosemary, which is going to get really big. And these hydrangeas, they're mini hotties, which is such a funny name, but they have the prettiest white flowers, and you can actually see they're starting to flower. I can't wait to see what that looks like. And then those are salvias, and I'm probably saying that all wrong. And that's a 3-pack of pots, and I actually have my other one over there. The wisteria is growing in one of the bigger pots. And I added this bird bath, which I am obsessed with. Look how pretty that is. It's got some hummingbirds on it. Love the look of it. You guys, this one with the rose bush with the little trellis. More hydrangeas over here. And then yesterday, I got these pots from Walmart, and they look like they're real stone, but they're like the resin plastic. But I love the shape of these, and they're very affordable, so I'll link those in the description too. And then this is going to also trail. This is jasmine, which is kind of like what's at the back of in the garden that I showed you, except this is like a snow jasmine. So it has like purpley, not purple, like white and pink flowers. But what I'm going to do, and I'll share this with you in another video, is on these posts, I'm going to do like wire, and then they'll trail up there and come around. So that's going to be really, really pretty. So this is the white vinyl trellis that I was talking about that the climbing rose is going to go up. I got it from Amazon. I'll go ahead and link that for you also in the description. But I'm going to go get my husband and we're going to start putting this together. All right, so we went ahead and laid it all out. This is by Duratrell, and like I said, it's available on Amazon, which I will link for you, and it's called the Elmwood Trellis. But what it's going to do is actually basket weave through here so that it can just trail up it. But this is the vinyl, so it's going to be easier to clean, and then you don't have to worry about molding. Maybe you need to hammer it. Glad I could help you. That was probably the easiest thing we've ever done. It took us like maybe 10 minutes. But look how pretty. So now I'm just gonna untie this bush and then I'm gonna weave it through, and then hopefully it will start trailing up it. So we actually have 6 acres of land. 2 are cleared and then 4 are in the woods. And then we definitely went the whole modern farmhouse look when we built, which is so funny because I feel like things go in and out so often. So my best advice would be to just do what you want. I wish I probably would have stayed a little bit more traditional, but whatever, it is what it is. We opted for the white vinyl siding and we laid it vertically outside, which saved us a lot of money. And then of course the black windows on the outside, and inside is white. I do love my little house. And then this is the back of our house. Do not judge me. I have to spruce this up like majorly, especially before the party. We added this brim when we built the pool because all of the water was running down there. Again, please ignore this. I have to pressure wash everything today and make it look all pretty. So I'll share it after I do that. But by adding this, we obviously added in a bunch of landscaping. Then I got my blue hydrangeas back here, and these plants are amazing. We cut them back every year, like to the bottom of the ground, and they come back within like weeks. I'm not kidding. And then I have another hydrangea there, and look how pretty these flowers are this year. They're so blue and pretty. I love them. I actually don't know how to visit Lowe's without buying more plants. So we're gonna put these in a couple of planters that I have out back by the pool to make it look a little bit more pretty. I'm actually gonna mix these in with some faux trees that I have. So let's go do it. So we have these 2 planters, and I'm actually gonna be using these faux trees. These are from Nearly Natural. So I got 2 of those, and then I'm debating on which ones I wanna use here. I think the toperaries. I don't know how to say that. So we're going to use those, mix in with actual real flowers. And then we have these 2, which I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to use those again, but I am going to use these planters. Those are from Walmart. They look like the Pottery Barn ones, but they're like a fraction of the cost. Just remember, I'm going to link everything in the description once we're done. All right, so we're going to plant these now. What I'm gonna do, my plan, is I'm going to use these faux plants that I got from Nearly Natural, and I'm gonna use them as like the centerpiece in these planters, and then I'll use the real ones to kind of like fill in the bottom area so that it looks more real. Oh, hell no. I don't like wasps. But this is like an easy way to like not have to spend a ton of money on like the real plants that may or may not die, but you can still get the look of them being more real because you have like the real ones around. And these are trailing, so I think it's going to be really pretty. Nothing is better than having a clean pool area, pollen free, and ready for some hosting.